Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our Pops Concert. We're so excited that you're here with us tonight. We know you're going to enjoy the work these students have been doing for the last many weeks. Before we begin the concert, would you please stand and join us in the Star Spangled Banner?
Good evening. We are the Longmeadow High School Jazz Ensemble. That first tune was Armanda's Roomba by Chick Corea. That featured Will Jones on the tenor sax. We just want to introduce a few people that were left off the program or misidentified. We have Bridget Drummy on trumpet, Noah Dow, Andrew Stratton, and Owen Dalton on trumpet. We're going to play one more for you. It's Caravan. Thank you. Thank you. That featured Quinn on the alto sax, Robbie on the trombone, and Jacob on the drum set. Thank you. We're going to just do a quick changeover, then we'll bring out the choirs. Thank you.
Call me baby lollipop, tell you why. His kiss is sweeter than an apple pie. And when he does a shaky rockin' dance, man, I haven't got a chance. I call him lollipop, lollipop, oh lolly, 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 lollipop, lollipop, oh lolly, 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 lollipop, lollipop, oh lolly, 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 lollipop. Sweeter than a candy on a stick, Huckleberry cherry or lime. If you had a chance, he'd be a pick, but lollipop is mine. Lollipop, lollipop, oh lolly, 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 lollipop, lollipop, oh lolly, 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 lollipop, lollipop, oh lolly, 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 lollipop. Crazy way he thrills me, tell you why. Just like the lightning from the sky. He loves to kiss me till I can't see straight. Gee, my lollipop is great. I call him lollipop, lollipop, oh lolly, 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 lollipop, lollipop, oh lolly, 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 lollipop, lollipop, oh lolly, 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 lollipop. Lollipop, lollipop, oh lolly, 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 lollipop, lollipop, oh lolly, 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 lollipop, lollipop, oh lolly, 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 lollipop, a lollipop.
Eleanor Rigby picks up the rice at the church where the wedding has been. Lives in a dream, waits at the window, wearing the face that she keeps in a jar by the door. Who is it for? All the lonely people. Where do they all come from? All the lonely people. Where do they all belong?
Father Mackenzie, writing the words of a sermon that no one will hear. No one comes near, look at him working, dogging his socks in the night when there's nobody there. What does he care?
All the lonely people. Where do they all come from? All the lonely people. Where do they all
Eleanor Rigby died in the church and was buried along with her name. Nobody came. Father Mackenzie wiping the dirt from his hands as he walks from the grave. No one will say, all the lonely people, where do they all come from? All the lonely people, where do they all belong? Where do they all belong? I love you like I do. I do. Don't know I love you. Don't know
Good evening, everyone. I'm Mark Cormier, the LHS English Department Chair. Tonight, as an added feature of the Pops Concert, the 6th LHS finalists of Poetry Out Loud, the National Poetry Recitation Contest, will perform a self-selected poem for you and for our panel of judges. Poetry Out Loud reaches over 3 million students each year across the country. These 6 emerged from a field of 65 students ranging in grades 9 through 12 at last month's preliminary event. Tonight, our finalists will be judged in 5 categories: physical presence, voice and articulation, dramatic appropriateness, their evidence of understanding of the poem, and their overall performance. The winner, who will be named later this evening, will advance to a semifinal event in Springfield next month with a chance to advance to the state finals in Boston. One state champion will represent Massachusetts and Washington, D.C. in the spring. Finalists tonight will read in pairs at 3 different junctures of this concert. As you can see from your blue program, the text of each poem is provided for you. Follow along, or just sit and take it all in. Either way, you're in for a treat. Our first 2 finalists tonight are Esther Yen and Alexander Jones.
Hi, I'm Esther Yen, and I will be reciting The True Blue American by Delmore Shorts. Jeremiah Dixon was a true blue American, for he was a little boy who understood America, for he felt that he must think about everything, because that's all there is to think about. Knowing immediately the intimacy of truth and comedy, knowing intuitively how a sense of humor was a necessity for one and for all who live in America. Thus, natively and naturally, when on an April Sunday in an ice cream parlor, Jeremiah was requested to choose between a chocolate sundae and a banana split, he answered unhesitatingly, having no need to think of it, being a true blue American, determined to continue as he began, rejecting the either-or of Kierkegaard and many another European, refusing to accept alternatives, refusing to believe the choice of between, rejecting selection, denying dilemma, electing absolute affirmation, knowing in his breast the infinite and the gold of the endless frontier, the deathless West. Both. I will have them both, declared this true blue American in Cambridge, Massachusetts on an April Sunday, instructed by the great department stores, by the 5 and 10, taught by Christmas, by the circus, by the vulgarity and grandeur of Niagara Falls and the Grand Canyon. tutored by the grandeur, vulgarity, and infinite appetite gratified and shining in the darkness of the light on Saturdays at the double bills of the Moon Pictures. The consummation of the advertisements, of the imagination, of the light, which is as it was, the infinite belief in infinite hope of Columbus, Barnum, Edison, and Jeremiah Dixon. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Alex Jones, and I will be reciting The Listeners by Walter de la Mare. Is there anybody there? Said the traveler, knocking on the moonlit door. And his horse, in the silence, champed the grasses of the forest's ferny floor. And a bird flew up out of the turret above the traveler's head. And he smote upon the door again a second time. Is there anybody there? He said. But no one descended to the traveler. No head from the leaf-fringed sill leaned over and looked into his gray eyes, where he stood, perplexed and still. But only a host of phantom listeners that dwelt in the lone house then stood listening in the quiet of the moonlight to that voice from the world of men, stood thronging the faint moonbeams on the dark stair that goes down to the empty hall, hearkening in an air stirred and shaken by the lonely traveler's call. And he felt in his heart their strangeness, their stillness answering his cry, while his horse moved, cropping the dark turf neath the starred and leafy sky. For he suddenly smote on the door even louder and lifted his head. Tell them I came. And no one answered. That I kept my word, he said. Never the least stir made the listeners, though every word he spake fell echoing through the shadowiness of the still house from the one man left awake. Aye, they heard his foot upon the stirrup and the sound of iron on stone, and how the silence surged softly backward when the plunging hoofs were gone.
Over here we have the basses: Jeremiah, TG, Billy, Nico, Will, Tony, Todd, Alex, James. Over here we got our baritones. We got John, Marco, and yours truly. Beautiful. when I say I want it that way. We are too warm. Can reach to your heart when you say that I want it that way. Am I your fire, your one desire? Yes, I know it's too late, but I want it that way. Tell me why. Tell me why. Tell me why.
My fire, you want desire, you are. Don't wanna hear you say. Don't wanna hear you say it.
So tell me why.
Tell me why.
Tell me why. Tell me why.
nation. Pretty hurts, pretty hurts, pretty hurts. We shine the light on whatever's worse. Trying to fix something, but you can't fix what you can't see. It's a soul that needs a surgery. Blonde hair, flower chest, TV set, bigger is better. Sour beach, sugar-free, folk says, thinner is better. Just another stage, pageant the pain away. This time I'm gonna take the crown without falling down, down, down. Pretty hurts, shine the light on whatever's worse. Perfection is a disease of a nation. Pretty hurts, pretty hurts, pretty hurts. Shine the light on whatever's worse. Trying to fix something, but you can't fix what you can't see. It's a soul that needs a surgery. Shut
I'm Julia Cummings, and I'll be reciting Life Cycle of Common Man by Howard Nemerov. Roughly figured, this man of moderate habits, this average consumer of the middle class, consumed in the course of his average lifespan just under 500,000 cigarettes, 4,000 fifths of gin, and about a quarter as much vermouth. He drank maybe 100,000 cups of coffee, and counting his parents' share, it cost something like $500,000 to put him through life. How many beasts died to provide him with meat, belt, and shoes cannot be certainly said. But anyhow, it is in this way that a man travels through time, leaving behind him a lengthening trail of empty bottles and bones, of broken shoes, frayed collars, and worn out or outgrown diapers and dinner jackets, silk ties and slickers. Given the energy and security thus achieved, he did what? The usual things, of course. The eating, dreaming, drinking, and begetting. And he worked for the money, which was to pay for the eating, etc., which were necessary if he were to go on working for the money, etc. But chiefly, he talked. As the bottles and bones accumulated behind him, the words proceeded steadily from the front of his face as he advanced into the silence and made it verbal. Who can tally the tale of his words? A lifetime would barely suffice for their repetition. If you merely printed all his commas, the result would be a very large volume, and the number of times he said, "Thank you," or "Very little sugar, please," would stagger the imagination. There were also witticisms, platitudes, and statements beginning, "It seems to me," or, as I always say, consider the courage in all that, and behold the man walking into deep silence with the ectoplastic cartoon's balloon of speech proceeding steadily out of the front of his face. The words borne along on the breath which is his spirit, telling the numberless tale of his untold word, which makes the world his apple and forces him to eat.
Hi, I'm Sarah Reyes, and I will be reciting Vixen by W.S. Merwin. Comet of stillness, princess of what is over, high note held, without trembling, without voice, without sound. Aura of complete darkness, keeper of the kept secrets, of the destroyed stories, the escaped dreams, the sentences never caught in words. Warden of where the river went, touch of its surface, sibyl of the extinguished window onto the hidden place, and the other time at the foot of the wall by the road, patient without waiting, in the full moonlight of autumn at the hour when I was born. You no longer go out like a flame at the sight of me. You are still warmer than the moonlight gleaming on you. Even now you are unharmed, even now perfect as you have always been. Now when your light paws are running on the breathless night on the bridge with one end, I remember you. When I have heard you The soles of my feet have made answer when I have seen you. I have waked and slipped from the calendars, from the creeds of difference and the contradictions that were my life, and all the crumbling fabrications, as long as it lasted until something that we were had ended. When you are no longer anything, let me catch sight of you again, going over the wall. And before the garden is extinct and the woods are figures guttering on a screen, let my words find their own places in the silence after the animals.
It really brought him down because he couldn't stand.
Hi, I'm Iris Gallo, and I'll be reciting Rabbits and Fire by Alberto Rios. Everything's been said but one last thing about the desert, and it's awful. During brush fires in the Sonoran Desert, brush fires that happen before the monsoon and in the great, deep, wide, and smothering heat of the hottest months, the longest months, the hypnotic, immeasurable lulls of August and July. During these summer fires, jackrabbits and everything else that lives in the brush of the rolling hills, but jackrabbits especially. Jackrabbits can get caught in the flames, no matter how fast and big and strong and sleek they are. And when they're caught, cornered in and against the thick trunks and thin spines of the cactus, when they can't back up anymore, when they can't move, the flame, it touches them, and their fur catches fire. Of course, they run away from the flame, finding movement even when there's none to be found, jumping big and high over the wave of fire, or backing even harder through the impenetrable tangle of hardened saguaro, and prickly pear, and cholla, and beryl. But whichever way they find, what happens is what happens. They catch fire, and then bring the fire with them when they run. They don't know they're on fire at first, running so fast as to make the fire shoot like rocket engines and smoke behind them. But then the rabbits tire out, and the fire catches up, stuck onto them like the needles of the cactus, which at first must be what they think they feel on their skins. They felt this before, every rabbit. But this time, the feeling keeps on. And of course, they ignite the brush and dried weeds all over again, making more fire all around them. I'm sorry for the rabbits, and I'm sorry for us to know this.
Hi, I'm Ruby Rich. I'll be reciting Undivided Attention by Taylor Molly. A grand piano, wrapped in quilted pads by movers, tied up with canvas straps, like classical music's birthday gift to the criminally insane, is gently nudged, without its legs, out an 8th floor window on 62nd Street. It dangles in April air from the neck of the mover's crane. Chopin's shiny, black lacquer squares and dirty white crisscross patterns, hanging like the second to last note of a concerto, played on the edge of the seat, the edge of tears, the edge of 8 stories up going over. It's a piano being pushed out of a window and lowered down onto a flatbed truck. And I'm trying to teach math in the building across the street. Who can teach when there are such lessons to be learned? All the greatest common factors are delivered by long neck cranes and flatbed trucks, or come through everything, even air, like snow. See, snow falls for the first time every year, and every year my students rush to the window as if snow were more interesting than math, which, of course, it is. So please, Let me teach like a Steinway, spinning slowly in April air, so almost falling, so hinderingly dangling from the neck of the mover's crane, so on the edge of losing everything. Let me teach like the first snow falling.
Check.
You don't own me. I'm not just one of your many toys. You don't own me. Don't say I can't go with other boys.
And don't tell me what to do, and don't tell me what to say. And when I go out with you, don't put me on display. You don't know me, don't try to change me in any way. You don't know me,
Mamma mia, now I know, now I really know. I could never let you go.
Where are those happy days? They seem so hard to find. I try to reach for you, but you have closed my mind. Whatever happened to my love? I wish I understood. It used to be so nice, it used to be so good. So when you hear me, darling, can't you hear me? SOS,
SOS, can't you hear?
the love you gave me, nothing else can save me. SOS,
SOS, when you're gone.
damn, 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 damn.
How can I try to go on?
When you're gone.
Damn, 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 damn.
I'm nothing special. In fact, I'm a bit of a bore. If I tell a joke, you've probably heard it before. But I have a talent, a wonderful thing. 'Cause everyone listens when I start to sing. I'm so grateful and proud.
Grateful and proud.
All I want is to sing it out loud.
I say thank you for the music, the songs I'm singing. Thanks for all the joy they're bringing. Who can live without it? I ask in all honesty.
What would life be?
What would life be without a song or dance? What are we? So I say thank you for the music, for giving it to me. Thank you for the music, the songs I'm singing. Thanks for all the joy they're bringing. Who can live without it? I ask in all honesty.
What would life be?
What would life be without a song or dance? What are we? So I say thank you for the music, for giving it to me. Without songs, what are we? So I say thank you for the music, for giving it to me.
For giving it to me. For giving it to me.
Congratulations to all 6 Poetry Out Loud finalists. You certainly were all well prepared, articulate, and graceful. You should all be proud of yourselves. Before I announce our runner-up and then our champion, I would like to thank Kayla Werland and the music department for including us in tonight's program. I would also like to thank my colleagues, the 6 judges, who all served in some capacity: Mr. Robert O'Connell, Ms. Pam Peon, Mr. John Williams, Ms. Carla Drake, and Mr. Mark Staples. Our runner-up, who will represent LHS at the semifinal event in Springfield if our champion is unable to attend, is Sarah Reyes. Our 2019 Poetry Out Loud school champion, who also happens to be the 2018 school champion, defending her title, Esther Yen.
Thank you so much for being here tonight with us to share this music and also this new partnership with our English colleagues and hearing these amazing students deliver these beautiful poems so eloquently. I think it really added some texture to our evening, and I'm really happy that we were able to collaborate. There's a soloist who is left off of the program for this final piece, Linnell Garcia.
I'm not a stranger to the dark. Hide away, they say, 'cause we don't want your broken parts. I've learned to be ashamed of all my scars. Run away, they say, and I wanna love you as you are. But I'll let them break me down to dust. I know that there's a place for us, for we are glorious. And the sharpest words wanna cut me down. I'm gonna send a flag, gonna drown him out. This is brave, this is bruised, this is who I'm meant to be, this is me. Look out, 'cause here I come, and I'm marching on to the beat I drum.
Thank you, everybody. We hope to see you next Wednesday night for the Instrumental Pops Concert, here 7 o'clock next Wednesday. Thank you.